For this tip, I want to tell you what I do every single morning. I get up, make a cup of coffee, and I open the HUNTWISE app. This is no lie because this app is such an awesome tool. I've been a consumer of this tool for several years, and it is really awesome because when I open this up and scroll down, it's gonna kind of show me during the time of the day, some of the better times of the movements, but it's also going to immediately recommend top stand locations. So within those stand locations, now I can find the stand location, and I can also utilize this slider right here that lets me check the wind direction from the morning all the way until the end of the day. Now this is important because just because the stand's good first thing doesn't mean it's going to be good in the middle of the day or even later in the day. And if you do need to go to a spot because you know it's good during the rut, or right now lockdown, go into a thicket, you know that the wind's great. Well, if the wind starts to switch a little bit, then maybe pick the spot where I can easily adjust and make a quick bump to a food source or something that's a little bit easier for me to get out of in the evening. So using that slider really helps you. The other thing is within these stands, you can add in a lot of notes within those stands. So yesterday I went to a stand and honestly I couldn't remember if I had a tree arm base in there. So I took an extra one with me, and then when I got to the stand there was in fact one there. So I immediately went into my notes and made it more detailed and said this stand has two different seats and a tree arm already there. In the situation with Jocko, the blinds that we were going to, being able to have notes that say blind only has one chair. Or you can put in there, this spot is great for decoying. This spot always produces when I rattle. This spot, you know, this spot seems to have really good movement in the middle of the day when things are in their transition phase. The notes you put in are notes that you can see. Just remember that. The other thing I want to say too is, right now they've got a rutcast. So the rutcast gives you a lot of information on how to hunt different phases of the rut. And this one is very true. It's telling us that lockdown is happening, which it started. It actually started just a few days ago. So cameras have been a little bit slow. Sightings have been a little bit slow unless you're in those rut corridors where the does are trying to evade those bucks. And the bucks are going in there to pin down these first receptive does. But it's telling us 3 days remaining to that. And the other thing, I'm an elite member, so I can look 15 days ahead in the forecast for this. Now the elite membership isn't that much, and honestly, if you go down and use the shop button, some of the deals that their partners have are freaking crazy for getting stands, blinds, or cameras, honestly. The money I saved on those more than paid for the app. So this is such an awesome tool. If you go into the different rutcasts, there's a lot of different information in here. You can not only get tips, but you can go to the different phases, and they've got some great videos in there as well. So be sure to check this out. This is such an awesome app, and it is easy to use. It's the first thing I do every morning for dang good reason.